One thing you should be aware of when you're mapping polygon features is that you can have multi-part features. And what's meant by this is sometimes you don't want each individual outline to have different values, you want it to have the same value. For example, here's a map of Rhode Island and the various counties in Rhode Island. There's one county called Washington County that is attached to the mainland, and then it has an island to the south of it. They're both the same county, so in this multi-part feature, they would be represented by one line, one row in the attribute table, even though there's two distinct outlines here. The same is true of Newport County here, where we have three different islands associated with Newport County. This is something called a multi-part feature because some of these features have more than one part. If we want to, we could break that down. We could break that out into a single part feature, which is shown here. So here now we have every time there's a new outline, that one has a new number, and then we're repeating the county name, Newport 3 times and Washington twice in the attribute table to show where those different outlines are. So two different ways to organize these sorts of polygon features, either as multi-part or single-part features. Here's another example, the state of Hawaii. The state of Hawaii has 7 islands associated with it, but all of those might just have one row in the attribute table if this were a layer of the United States. It would make it easy to choose Hawaii and get all of Hawaii very easily, but it doesn't break out information about all of the individual islands. If we convert this from a multi-part feature into a single part feature, now we have a different row in the attribute table for each one of these islands of Hawaii. But there is an issue here. As we've gone from the multi-part feature to the single part feature, basically it's not recalculating the population, it's just giving whatever value Hawaii had here to each one of these rows in the attribute table. So even though there's only 1.4 million people that live in all of Hawaii, it appears from the attribute table that there's 1.4 million people that live on each of those islands, which is not true. This is especially a problem with area. So if we start with a multi-part feature and we break it down into a single part feature, each one of those is going to get an area which is the size of the multi-part feature or all of the features put together. What we have to do then is we have to add a new column to the attribute table and we have to recalculate the geometry, which is going to give us the area of each of those single part features. So don't forget that if you break something from a multi-part to a single part feature and you want to know the area of each of those single parts, you have to recalculate the geometry using this command here.